student, myself Vinod Panara, and today we discuss some example of property of steam of BME subject, that is basic mechanical engineering. So this is normally a steam table that we have to use for the example purpose. So in steam table there are various tables which are of temperature, pressure, saturated water and steam, etc. Various table. But in example of property of steam, we have to use only one table which is of saturated water and steam, and in bracket there is a pressure. So this is table of saturated water and steam and in bracket pressure. So this is one. So in this table, in upper side, there is a, in first column, there is a pressure and pressure is in bar. In second column, there is a saturation temperature. In third column, there is a HF, that is sensible heat. In fourth column, there is a HFG, it means enthalpy of evaporation. In fifth column, there is a Hg, enthalpy of dry steam. Then in sixth column, there is a SF. What do you mean by S? That is specific entropy. So H, small h, that is specific enthalpy, and small s, that is specific entropy. And in 7 column, there is a SFG. In 8 column, there is a SG. And in 9th column, there is a VF. What do you mean by small v? That is specific volume. And in last column, there is a VG. So if in example, pressure is given, then according to pressure, we have to find out saturation temperature, HF, HFG, HG, SF, SFG, SG, VF, VG from steam table. So in steam table, there are various type of pressure is given. So in example, whatever pressure is given, then by using this steam table, we have to write from steam table this all this value, the saturation, HF, HFG, HG, etc. So we have to use this steam table to solve example of property of steam. Okay. Example number 1. Determine enthalpy and internal energy of 1 kg of steam at a pressure of 12 bar when, first case, the dryness fraction of steam is 0.8. So dryness fraction of steam is less than 1. So it is wet steam. Then second case, steam is dry and saturated. And third case, steam is superheated to 280 degrees Celsius. It means steam is superheated steam. So in this example, we find out enthalpy and internal energy of 3 type of steam one by one. And in this example, pressure is given 12 bar. So, and CPS 2.1 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Now, given data for this example, pressure is given 12 bar, X, dryness fraction, which is denoted by X, is given 0.8, and T superheated, it is given 280 degrees Celsius. Now, from steam table, in steam table, we have to take a reading from saturated water and steam, and in bracket there is a pressure. use only this table, saturated water and steam, and in bracket there is a pressure. So use only this table from steam table to take a value of HF, HFG, etc. So from steam table at pressure is equal to 12 bar, HF 798.43 kg kilojoule per kg, HFG 1984.3 kilojoule per kg, VG 0.1632 kilojoule per kg, and T saturation 187.96 degrees Celsius. So this four value we have to taken from steam table at a pressure 12 bar, and use only one table, saturated water and steam, and in bracket there is a pressure. Okay. Now first, wet steam. So enthalpy of wet steam, H wet is equal to HF plus X HFG. Put value from above given data, we get 2385.87 kilojoule per kg. Then internal energy of wet steam. What do you mean by internal energy? It is difference of enthalpy and work of evaporation. So U wet is equal to H wet minus P into V wet. And here pressure is taken in kilopascal. So value of pressure that is taken here is in kilopascal. So by putting value H weight minus P and V weight is equal to X into Vg. So from above data we get 2229.198 kilojoule per kg. So this is about wet steam. Now second one, dry steam. Dry steam means it does not contain any water particle. So enthalpy of dry steam, H dry is equal to HF plus HFG, and it is also equal to Hg. So by putting value from above data we get 2782.7 kilojoule per kg. Then internal energy of U dry is equal to H dry minus P into V dry. So it is equal to H drive minus P, and V drive is equal to Vg because X is equal to 1 for dry steam. So by putting value we get 2586.86 kilojoule per kg. Now third one, that is superheated steam. So we have to find out enthalpy and internal energy of superheated steam. So first one, enthalpy of superheated steam, that is equal to H superheated is equal to Hg plus Cps, T superheated minus T saturated. So by putting value from above step we get 2975.98 kilojoule per kg. This is enthalpy of superheated steam. Now specific volume of superheated steam, so it is equal to V superheated is equal to V saturation into T superheated divided by T saturation. So by putting value from above given data we get 0.1962 meter cube per kg. And at last, internal energy of superheated steam, that is equal to U superheated is equal to H superheated minus P into V superheated. So from above given data we get U superheated is equal to 2740.54 kilojoule per kg. So this is about enthalpy and internal energy of wet steam, dry steam, and superheated steam in example number 1. Now example number 2, determine amount of heat is required to produce 7 kg of steam from pressure of 6 bar and temperature of 250 degrees Celsius from water at 35 degrees Celsius. So in this example, there is a water of 35 degrees Celsius. Now heat energy supply to water, so it is converted into steam of 250 degrees Celsius at 6 bar pressure. So how much heat is supplied to convert water at a particular temperature into steam at a particular temperature? That we have to find out. So in this example, CPS 2.1 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, and given data, pressure 6 bar, mass that is 7 kg, temperature of water 35 degrees Celsius, temperature of steam 250 degrees Celsius. So first one, from steam table, at a pressure is equal to 6 bar, we get HF 670.4 kilojoule per kg, HFG 2085 kilojoule per kg, T saturation 158.8 degrees Celsius. So enthalpy of 1 kg of water at 35 degrees Celsius. First, we find enthalpy of water. So it is equal to H water is equal to CPW in bracket TW, that is in degree Celsius, minus 0. So by putting value, we get 146.56 kilojoule per kg. So in first step, we find out enthalpy of water. In this example, temperature of steam is greater than saturation temperature. So steam is superheated steam, because temperature of steam is greater than saturation temperature. So enthalpy of superheated steam, H superheated, Hg plus CPS, T superheated minus T saturated. By putting value from above, we get to 946.92 kilojoule per kg. So first we find out enthalpy of water, then we find out enthalpy of superheated steam. Now total amount of heat supply to convert water into steam is H is equal to H superheated minus H water into M. So by putting value, we get 19602.52 kilojoule. So this amount of heat supply to convert water into steam at a particular temperature. Now we discuss one example of combined calorimeter. Combined, that is combined separating and throttling calorimeter. So find the quality of steam supply in a combined separating and throttling calorimeter. What do you mean by quality? That is dryness fraction of steam. So in this example, calorimeter is combined calorimeter, and we have to find out X, dryness fraction. So initial pressure is given 10 bar, final pressure 1 bar, water separated 1.5 kg, steam that is discharged from throttling calorimeter 20 kg, temperature of steam after throttling 120 degrees Celsius. So in this example, given data, pressure P1 means before throttling pressure, and pressure P2 means pressure after throttling. So pressure P1 is equal to 10 bar, MW, mass of water 1.5 kg, MS 20 kg, pressure P2 1 bar, and T superheated 120 degrees Celsius. So before throttling, steam is wet steam, and after throttling, steam is superheated steam. Now, dryness fraction is measured by separating calorimeter first, that is x1 is equal to ms divided by ms plus mw. By putting value from given data, we get 0.93 x1. Then from steam table, at pressure is equal to 10 bar, HF1 762.6 kilojoule per kg, HFG1 2013.6 kilojoule per kg. So before throttling, pressure is equal to 10 bar, and before throttling there is a wet steam. Then at pressure P is equal to 1 bar. This pressure is after throttling. So before throttling 10 bar pressure, after throttling pressure is 1 bar. So from this pressure, from steam table, we find out T saturation 99.6 degree Celsius and Hg2 2675.4 kilojoule per kg. Now, in second step, enthalpy before throttling is equal to enthalpy after throttling. So putting equation HF1 plus X2 HFG1, this is equation of wet steam, enthalpy of wet steam, and after throttling Hg2 plus Cps, T superheated minus T saturated, this is enthalpy of superheated steam. So by putting value from given data and above step, we get X2 is equal to 0.97. This is dryness fraction measured by throttling calorimeter. Then the quality of steam, it means the dryness fraction of wet steam original value, that is X is equal to X1 into X2. So by putting value of X1 and X2, we get X is equal to 0.9021. This is final value of X, that is quality, and that is dryness fraction of wet steam. So in this lecture, we discuss 3 examples, and in third example, we discuss to find value of X using combined calorimeter. Okay, thank you.